A record violent year for Rochester as 3 more deaths have been recorded in the city today. The latest, a man police say was beaten and shot to death near the RTS Transit Center in the middle of the day.
Police believe 2 suspects approached a man around 1 o'clock this afternoon on St. Paul Street. We're told they shot him and beat him in the street before fleeing. That man taken to a local hospital where he later died. Both of the men are believed to be in their 20s. Neither are in police custody.
We're extremely frustrated. It has to stop. I mean, it's worse than a war zone around here lately. And, we want the community to stand up, stand beside us. And, the community has to get fed up with this. And the way they can do that, or one of the ways they can do that, is, continue to feed us information. And if they know some of their family members, or if they see somebody with a gun or something like that, you need to call 911. You need to get ahead of it. Because, today it's the young man that was hanging out in front of the bus station gets killed. Tomorrow it could be one of your family members.
Today's homicide puts the city's total homicide count for 2021, which isn't over, by the way, at 71, making this year the deadliest year in Rochester history.
We have team coverage for you on this. Eric Cost has more on the reaction tonight. But first, we have Alex Love live at the crime scene on St. Paul Street with more. Alex, what can you tell us?
Definitely, Katrina. So investigators do have limited information at this time, but we do know when it comes to what happened at 35 Chestnut Street, where 2 men were found dead in their apartment building, and this killing outside the RTS building on St. Paul. That puts homicides at 71 this year, and it's the highest we've seen in Rochester history. But it's also interesting when you look at it, because this murder rate puts us higher than certain major cities. It's become a common sight for many this year in Rochester to see caution tape and emergency vehicles blocking off their street, but still leads to a different family heartbroken learning their relative was murdered. Police wonder if it will ever end.
It gets really old having to talk to the families and explaining to them that their loved one's not going to be at the dinner table this evening. We as a community need to stand up and we need to put our foot down.
Oftentimes, local authorities point to this trend not uncommon nationwide. But now that Rochester sits at 71 homicides, our 2021 murder rates are higher than Buffalo with 60, despite having over 67,000 more people in their population. And when you measure by per capita, we're also higher in murder rates than Chicago, who sits at 25.67 killings per 100,000 people, while Rochester comes out to 33.12.
It's terrible. It's scary for the people that live here. It's scary for the officers that have to walk into a potential active shooter investigation. People are sleeping at 3 o'clock in the morning. They shouldn't get woken up by, gunfire.
The same goes when you measure homicides per capita in New York City and Syracuse, coming out lower than Rochester. Criminal justice educators we spoke with says it's really key when you talk about population difference being higher in some major cities, but when you go by per capita, for the first time in a while, it is fair to say that Rochester has a higher crime rate during this part of the year than others like Chicago as well as New York City. Live in Rochester, Alex Love, News 8.
All right, Alex, thank you. Eric Cost followed up with local activists and members of law enforcement for their take on some possible solutions to the violence. She joins us live from the newsroom with more. Eric.
And Katrina, right down the street from that shooting outside the Rochester Regional Transit Center, you mentioned a community task force meeting going over de-escalation techniques to prevent crime. We've been talking to activists and police all week, and one thing I've noticed both groups are saying the root cause of violence starts in the home and at school, but how do we solve it? What you're seeing here is a group of local activists who formed together recently under the title Rock Community Task Force. They're discussing how to reach youth, set them up for success, and de-escalate tensions. Doug Ackley works to provide employment opportunities and a safe space for teens. He says troubled youth need a sense of belonging.
Young people come in the door of teen empowerment because they're needed, not because they're needy. All right, so that's real important, is to go out there and say, listen, we need you as part of this movement to change what's happening out here.
Some don't have that sense of belonging at home, says Randy Rudolph, a teacher with RCSD. Lack of parenthood can be traumatic, he says.
The lack of fathers in the household, the family structure is very important.
Just yesterday, RPD Captain Frank Umbrino referenced this, saying we have to figure out at what point in a kid's life they learn certain behavior is acceptable. Monroe County Chief of Police Chiefs James Van Brederode says on top of that, they need to focus on keeping the streets safe.
I'm coming up on 37 years. I have never seen such chaos and lawlessness.
He says a solution is about providing more resources, but clamping down harder on crime.
We get the mindset of not incarcerating people, but then you got to give the criminal justice system some sort of resources, that alternatives to incarceration. You know, the halfway houses, the boarding homes that we had for kids.
I also took a look at some statistics from RPD today. Why police say homicides are up, but larcenies and burglaries are down. Coming up in the next hour. In the newsroom, Eric Cost, News 8.